Alright, so we are officially on. Those of you guys with access to my channel can see it there.
I see that you've been live streaming a lot.
Yeah, it's my new toy.
Hey Darren, what do you use to put yourself in the corner there when you're doing games?
The same thing that Oren suggested, OBS. It has a facility for that. It's pretty neat. A lot of features.
That free download one?
Yeah. Alright, so I'll leave you.
What were you using before? Bandicam?
Yeah, Bandicam. Whew, I am pushing the limits of what my system can do, but it's working. Alright. So we'll see how this goes, and if it streams properly, then great. I do love the background. I was never able to do stuff like that before.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. It isn't really intended for the general population, by the way. This is more likely stuff. Think of it as my time capsule. Okay, is
You still waiting on mine?
yeah, I think is he restarting the system or something?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
So Zonk, you went Barbarian Sorcerer?
Yes. The synergy isn't too great, but it gets me some armor, and I can rage when I'm out of spell.
Alright, that sounds good.
More of a racial thing because I'm a Minotaur. That's what my other guys are.
Well, I know you won't really get all the benefits that if you just started the Barbarian.
Shields and weapons.
Oh, well, yeah, you needed those.
No armor. Yeah.
And Olrin is multi-classing as well. I don't.
Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a road ranger.
So wait, am I the only one that's running pure?
Multi-class seems worth.
Yeah, because I think Mike is multi-classed with wizard as well, right?
He's a cleric with. And he was pitching me shit about doing a wizard cleric. Come on, dude.
I don't know. I don't think I have the patience to multi-class.
How do you mean?
Well, you only get so many level ups in a campaign, and only a few of those level ups are the good stuff. Because level 7 is alright, but at level 8 that's when you really get the good stuff. But if you multi-class, then that takes longer to come. Which is the
I've
trade-off.
always seen the most crucial being level 6. Maybe that's just.
Yeah, I find that too. I think it's because that's your first big power up.
Yeah. I guess it would depend on the class as well.
Yeah, that's true too. But also, I don't think a lot of campaigns get you up. Like, can't imagine. Well, maybe this is just because I can't imagine it, but I can't imagine us getting like to level 16 where we get our second tier power up, right?
Yeah.
I've never been level 8. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never.
And Mike had said that too. He's never gotten up as high as I think as 15. So I don't know. I mean, like being new to this, I don't really know how that works, but I see a couple of things that I like on the lower levels.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna stick with the cleric and ride that up and see how high I can get up the levels, because when you get into the higher levels it gets to be pretty amazing, and I want to see that I want to see it much quicker than if I was multi-classing.
Yeah, that's for sure you would.
I only multi-class because it gives me 5 effective ace, and that's worth it.
Yeah, and I find that with casters, I mean, before when I played, you could never get armor, but now you can multi-class into armor. I mean, that's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with your HP, you're dead anyways. But...
Well, yeah, but at least you can try not to get hit.
Because wizards have like the worst HP, do they?
Well, in 2nd edition, it was 1.4 hit dice.
Damn.
So then rogues had 1.6, so they've changed it all.
It used to be terrible.
Oh, damn.
I liked all the spells in 2. They had a lot more for variety.
Yeah, it did seem that, and it seemed to me that they had a lot better magic items too. It seems like the magic items in 5 are really limited.
That is true.
I think that's just because 5th Ed is still new.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, luckily in this campaign we are seeing
people...
a lot of items.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say, a lot of people shy away from homebrew, but for 5th Ed, it's really necessary, just because of how young it is.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, I would much prefer to kind of come up with my own magic items than have to be stuck with whatever, they've got on.
Yeah, it's really just stock +1 through 4. Otherwise.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, even like I like giving kind of obscure magic items like ever smoking bottle and that kind of shit. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of those. It seems like there's a lot of like you said, weapons +1 to +4. But even in 2nd edition, you had like Vorpal weapon and weapon of sharpness and a whole bunch of different kinds of weapons, right? I don't see a lot of them in 5th edition.
Honestly, I would really like to second edition and even 3.5 and just try to convert some of the stuff back over.
Yeah, I think if you got a list of magic items from second edition, you could easily convert them over. I mean, it would probably be almost the same.
Yeah, as far as items go, definitely. A harder one to do would be spells, but that would also be really nice.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take the essence of the spell and just kind of retool it a little bit.
Yeah, to some extent.
Because in second, although I should say, in second edition, blindness and deafness were two different spells.
Yeah.
Hmm. But are the mechanics that much different, or is it just a difference in balance?
The mechanics are pretty.
They are.
Because that was, I think that was the last time you had Thaco. And Thaco is just so crazy to figure out, especially if you're someone who's good at math like me. But it's second edition was I liked it better in some aspects, and there's some things that I definitely don't like as much. Like you don't have to memorize Magic Missile 4 times in order to cast it 4 times.
Huh.
In second edition, you had to memorize each spell however many times you wanted to be able to cast it.
Oh.
Yeah, same in 3. You really had to go over that. You didn't just have spell slots. Only sorcerers could do that. Cast at will.
Yeah, right. That's what made them so good.
I like my sorcerer. Sai?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
When I first started playing 5th Ed, I really struggled to figure out if it's between wizards and sorcerers because they changed to that.
Yeah, I did too. Because they changed. You're right. They changed that, and it seems like the sorcerer just has less slots to use, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the worst part about it is, it's wizards who have arcane recovery on short rest. Why?
Yeah, that's right.
That needs to be swapped. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Mike seems to be taking a while, eh?
Yeah, it did.
We have a lot of technical ghosts in the machines. The game yesterday was really nice. So looking forward to putting that fighter in somewhere.
Sorry for poisoning you, Ben.
Ben was what, a rogue?
Oh, what was that?
Sorry for poisoning you.
Oh. It's
It led to your death.
that's what I get. That was instant karma. I love.
Yeah, instant karma in real life that I witnessed. I love that. Do any of my attacks go up a die? I don't think so. I should check though. No, they don't, because I would have seen.
Hey, Mike, how much did you play the early?
Say that again? How much did I play the
Did you play early mage, wizard, sorcerer?
Oh, in 5 or 2?
2.
I was usually a ranger or something along those lines, so I didn't really used mages a lot. That was another character or another player was always kind of the mage, so I didn't use them a lot. But I did do. I did play. I had a book for the original D&D, not even advanced, just original D&D,
Huh.
where you would pick an elf and you could be fucking. You were immediately multi-class. You were a fighter sorcerer or a fighter mage. You couldn't use armor or anything like that. That was pretty interesting too. D&D Rules Cyclopedia was the book that I had.
Wow.
That was the first one that I got, and I got the original Unearthed Arcana for AD.
Well, guess what I just found? 3.5's Book of Magic Item Compendium. Hell yeah.
Dude, you can do
There's
that.
so much shit in here.
You would do that for second edition. They have like 4 books of spells and like 4 books of magic items or some shit. It's crazy. But I mean, it's just them selling books, right?
Yeah.
You back?
Looks like I'm back. Did you guys find your badass raptors?
Yeah.
Are they at the top or the bottom? Like, are we all up here with the funeral shit, or are we down outside?
Yeah, you guys are exactly. You guys are up there with the funeral shit. I didn't just go and make a funeral for you guys to say that.
Yeah, no, I figured as much, but I didn't know what the. Are all those people sleep?
No, they're not.
They are dying. They're dead. They're.
This guy looks really comfortable.
It's nice that we gave some of them
You
pillows.
call along.
The 4 of you start to walk in. You see General Mishandra, flanked by her favorite sorcerer and her favorite wizard. They whisper something to her before they step away. She motions for you to come in and to, of course, lower your voices. I'm sorry, one more time for me, Zunkarat.
I said it's a group huddle.
A group huddle.
Yeah.
So you see Lady Mishandra say a little prayer. She lifts up, she gets up from her one knee, and she looks at you. Does anyone have anything to say to her?
Not really, no.
Console her, I guess. I guess I'd like probably want to say something kind because how would I?
Well, say it. Just say it.
The cost of victory is never low enough, and in this case, it wasn't just victory; it was just plain survival. Because
These
of
weren't
you,
even
a lot
soldiers.
more people are alive than would have been.
These men and women weren't even soldiers. They weren't fighting.
How did they die?
As soon as you ask that question, a tiefling and a dragonborn both walk up behind you. Give me an intelligence check, Zunkarat.
This is gonna be It is one.
All right, cool. You recognize these two as the adventurers who you guys saved at the gates.
Ah,
Mercenaries.
They were adventurers, just like us. They were supposed to go and check out that mess with the farm down south. Two groups of adventurers, two groups dead. It's crazy.
You know
Who's
what's
still-
also crazy?
Did anybody come back? Like these two? Or did they just friends go?
Yeah, somebody came back, half dead. He hired us. And now that we see these guys here, well, I don't know. I guess we're supposed to go down there and take care of this mess now.
you are, you say.
Well, you guys think that we should do that? Is that what we had decided on? We decided this already?
To go south. Yeah. It looks like lucky us.
So I see you guys have your horses loaded up. Where were you headed?
We were gonna go check the food problem.
Nunnery.
Yeah, the nunnery.
You see, the four of them huddle together. Someone give me a perception check.
Lead one.
Whoever's highest?
Yeah, that'll do. You overhear them whispering, yeah, it might cost us a payday, but it's a whole lot better than costing us our lives. Both of those other groups were way more experienced than we were. I know, but still, man. That ranger there looks pretty fucking cocky. Yeah. I don't know, man. When I first met you, I thought you were a pretty big dragonborn. But, like, you're half of those two dudes' sizes.
I walk up to Dar and Zunk and I whisper. They think it's a suicide mission. Also, they think I'm cocky. That kind of hurts a little bit.
Are you?
It's confidence, my friend. Confidence. Yeah, and they're scared because they're fucking mercenaries and they've got no heart.
Alright, I'm gonna see if they heard that.
No, should I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, because he was whispering.
Oh, what? Could I hear that?
Yeah.
You can't hear them whispering, but if X was to tell you, he'd be able to tell you.
Yeah.
They did not hear you just say they were pussies.
Hey, I didn't say that.
That's what they would have heard.
Hermeji said that.
But they are pussies.
Second and
Oh wait, I gotta love this because you're a minotaur and subtlety is not in your vocabulary, I do believe.
Exactly. That's why I reiterated it.
I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check. -2.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm
You
loud
just-
as hell.
The little tiger man says, excuse me?
You.
I mean, I'm a cat man. I'm not a pussy exactly. Oh, never mind.
It's not because of your fur, it's because your lack of testicles.
Look, man, I've been in this war too, you know? I mean, yeah, sure, I do it for coin. I know you guys do it for strength and honor and justice. But some of us just want to get a bite to eat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, join the army.
Push ups, waking up early, can't sit back ablaze when you want to. I don't know, man. Who's got time for that?
Well, I guess just the people who have heart.
All right,
The
he's gonna
heroes. The heroes have time.
he's gonna roll deception to see whether or not he can try to convince you that he's tough.
See, there's a key difference. You go out and it's a suicide mission because you're on your. We actually have backup.
And our backup will run away if the danger's more than the money.
All right, so he tries to puff up his tail, and he does try to puff up his chest. But to no avail. Okay, fine. I'll go ahead and give you this map. It'll lead you to the forest. It's called Owl Forest. The tiefling next to him says, "No, it's called Bear Forest." The Dragonborn says, "I don't remember what's called Owl Forest or Bear Forest. It was one of them, wasn't it?"
How about we just call it the forest?
No, hold on, wait a minute. We got to figure this out. We can't have you guys going to the wrong fucking forest. Was it Owl Forest or was it Bear Forest?
Look at your map.
Bugbear Forest?
You realize that this is the most pristine map you've ever seen. It's been folded, sure, but you don't see any fingerprints on it. Wait, I'm sorry. I'll tell you this much. You don't see any fingerprints on it.
Is it like shiny or something, or is it just like a brand new map?
It's a brand new map.
Is it like labeled and stuff? Legend and keys? And...
Give me a sleight of hand check, whoever thinks they can. Well, damn, Mr. Skillmonger.
Yep.
All right. All right. So you look on the map and you see literally a picture of a tree, a picture of an owl, and a picture of the bear with an owl sitting on top of the bear's head.
So I'm gonna assume that it's both Owl Bear Forest.
That would be an interesting assumption. Also, you see spelled extremely poorly this sentence.
Who wrote this?
The person who gave us, the person who was dying came by. He, with his last breath, he said that this map was all he had left to prove what occurred.
So you stole this?
We didn't, no.
Can I roll an insight on that?
What occurred?
Go ahead. What'd you say, Zop?
What occurred? What's this?
Okay, so we made camp, and then we heard a whole bunch of noises, right? Just a whole bunch of thunder stomps, loud sounds, like loud as those dinosaurs, except I don't know, meaner. And we started to break camp because it was time to keep moving, chin up. So we went to go fight, and we saw this other camp, and these group of heroes started fighting against some, I don't know what type of beast they were, but just as it seemed like the fight was going on, All of a sudden, they got snatched into the forest. All that was left was one guy and absolutely no treasure. And this map. You notice when he says absolutely no treasure, his eyes get super wide when he says absolutely no treasure.
I think that's an insight check.
Yeah. I think that was the clue. Are you sure?
What do you got for insight?
I rolled a 24.
Oh,
Sure. I mean, what about the no treasure?
I mean, I didn't say anything about... I didn't even follow up with no treasure. You just said it yourself.
Wait, what do you mean? Damn it, he's got it. All right. So what he hands you is a compass, and on the back of a compass is a black antler.
Black antler.
there's a black antler on the back of a compass.
Yes, there are also initials on it.
An antler or a horn? An antler?
No, absolutely an antler.
Huh.
What are the initials?
Hold on 1 second. I hope I wrote that down because I scripted this. Ooh, damn! Like almost a month.
One of Zunk's boys is gonna slug, and Zunk's is gonna snort. That's for withholding information to your superiors.
But we're not in the army. You guys aren't our superiors. Like, we don't take orders, right?
Not unless you're paid to.
You're civilians in a war zone.
So yeah, let me guess. Either get in line, either get down or lay down, right?
Look, just give us some information so we can go down there and kick these guys' ass for you. I had enough of you guys trying to be fucking tough.
Just why would we make this detour when we have other places to be?
Fine. The one human finally steps up and says, okay, that's enough, guys. Look, here's what I know. Like he said, those guys got snatched up by the forest. And I believe that whatever snatched them up from the forest was a plant. It actually was the forest.
Huh. Please come for food. So who's giving the invitation?
Who's what? No.
The writing.
Giving-
Please come for food. Who is extending the invitation there?
I don't want to sound too crazy, but I feel like the forest is the one who wrote this invitation.
The forest?
Yep. Might be alive.
And writing?
I'm thinking it's whatever captured all these guys. I don't think it's the forest.
I think it's whatever brought the forest alive.
I think it's maybe like whatever those beasts were.
I think we have to go find out.
Yes.
Don't we
definitely.
have a food issue to solve at the nunnery first?
Oh, isn't that what we're talking
Or are
about?
we really making this? No, this is a detour to a forest to save some wannabe heroes.
Oh, More
Oh,
mercenary? You want us to save mercenaries in
I
a
thought it
haunted
was to do.
forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that'll be fucking plan
This is
B.
what I. This is what I've been saying. What is the significance?
No, we have a choice to make here, and we chose the nunnery. We geared for that, right?
Well, here's what you know, guys. It's still to
I
the
don't.
south. So if you guys are going to the south anyway, this is the same thing.
That's what I thought it was. I thought
I
it was like on the
don't
way.
care about your friends.
Look, maybe we just head down to the nunnery, and if we fucking have extra time, or somebody pays us enough money, we'll go and save your friends.
Nice.
I say let them be a war leisure.
You might have to type that one in. Yes. That's
All right, fine. You guys want to go down there? Why don't you go see if you can make that stupid compass work and figure out whatever the hell it means? The
Do I look like a wizard?
the initials are C, O, and B, with a capital C and a capital B.
It's a compass on a cob. Everybody get out of here.
It's,
It is an acronym, by the way.
it's the cult of Brian.
So, what do you guys think? Nunnery, and then if we get a chance, then fucking save these jerks?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. Yeah, that's what I was deciding.
Vote?
So, you guys want us to scout for you or anything?
No, I think we got this covered.
Before you can even finish your sentence, at the first hint of a word no, they're already gone. They left.
Like they left to go scout, or they just were hoping it was going to say no.
Praying that you would say no. Contractually, they had to ask.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I was that that fits. All right.
Yeah, this isn't a war. As you guys have noted, this is not a world for adventurers. Not regular adventurers, not your normal rat catchers. Maybe some high-level heroes, but most of the high-level heroes are in high positions in the separate militaries. These guys, most of them just wind up being scavengers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
General Miss Chandra says this. Gentlemen, you've learned already that this is no world for adventurers and rat catchers. Most of the ones you see, mere scavengers. And most of their fates, like these back here.
Yeah, we've seen mercenary. Well, those are the same guys who were out front. Is this? You said this is like the second group?
Now, they would have been the third group. But yeah, they are the group that you saw outside the gates of the castle who were about to get their asses handed to them before you showed up with your jeeps and triceratops.
This is the
Yeah,
function.
right.
But if it makes you feel any better, you also save some proper soldiers.
Yeah, that does make me feel better.
Yeah, I don't mind them. They serve their function at the gate, and they're I could I don't really have any thoughts. Then let them go that way. We have our thing to do.
Guess I'll check the
Um,
pile.
as they are running away, you notice the right arm. Some again, anybody who wants to. Now, I'll just tell you. You notice that the right arm of a tiger man is now bleeding.
Bleeding. I just
Is
thought
there
of
like a
something
visible
really
cut?
mean to do.
All right, cool. We don't have any elves, so I can't ask you what your elf eyes see. But instead, Dar or was it Hermeji? Which one of you has medicine?
Who, Maggie?
I think I do. Yep. Let me just check.
I don't have
Like
one.
the skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got medicine.
All right, go ahead, roll it. +5.
17.
All right, so you notice that his arm is bleeding profusely as if he had been sliced across an artery. The one thing you don't notice is an incision. The blood is definitely pouring out of his arm.
I try to do what I can for him.
Isn't that one of the bodies?
No, it's a tiger, man. He was one of the guys who was talking to you.
Oh.
The guy who Zucker called a pussy.
Oh, he's bleeding?
Yeah.
Which guy is it exactly?
I thought it was like an undead situation.
I didn't realize I covered him up.
That guy? Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at his wound. That's a pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good medicine check. You basically try to tie it off with the bleeding, but the problem is, even though you see the blood coming from every part of his arm, you don't see a cut. It's like the blood is literally coming out of his pores.
What happened to your arm?
I, I don't know. I don't know.
When did it start?
Just now? Like as soon as I got done talking to you guys. All four of you guys give me a perception check. This will be a perception check, and I'm going to get the average out of your perception.
Alrighty.
All right.
Pretty average.
That's not bad at all. You notice his blade. You notice on his blade, some runes start to shine. You also notice various animal shapes on the blade itself glow red, fade to black, and then fade away. Most disturbingly, the sword itself starts to emanate smoke.
Where'd you get that sword from?
I'm gonna step back.
Is there any spider?
There was an old lady. I wanted to be an adventurer, and this old lady came up to me and said, "Here, you can borrow the sword." She said, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Where was this old lady?
Well, maybe it was an old man. He had a beard. I can't really tell humans apart this far. But he was just in a cave. There were these two little flames next to him. And I walked in and he said, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." And he gave me the sword. And I said, "Oh, cool. What do I owe you?" And he said, "Just be the best hero you can be."
You didn't ask for like the Triforce or anything?
He told me to try to force my way through or try hard. I wasn't listening.
Didn't you force your way into the cave?
No, I totally didn't put a bomb in front of a cave and walk in.
Okay,
Oh my
that's-
god.
Okay, so this fucking guy is bleeding and he can't stop. Can I just
Is it
grab
getting
his
blood
armor?
coming out of his eyes and his ears, and he lets go of a scream so piercing that you actually hear. I don't know who has the best hearing, but whoever it is, you can hear from about 5 miles away. You actually hear the screeching of some harpies. We're not getting closer, but it was a loud enough scream for the harpies to think that a harpy was screaming.
Shit.
I cover my ears.
He's bleeding and smoking. Is this similar to what happened with the doppelgangers?
This is not at all scientific.
Ah. So there's some information.
As he's bleeding, he so right now, do you have him laying on the ground? Do you have him standing up?
Can I can somebody tell me if that's a spell on him?
Lay him
I
down
know.
on the ground.
I can give an arcana.
Yeah, I will as well.
I'm not a wizard.
All right, that's good enough for you to be able to tell. Okay, so with that Arcana check, I want I will need Hermeji. I need Dar, and of course, I'm going to also need General Mishandra.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else who has like a divine connection, to a god of some sort,
Yeah.
a good god, I'm going to need you to give me a Constitution check.
Constitution.
Saving throw or check?
Saving throw. Okay, both of you guys vomit. It feels like you just got punched in the stomach. No damage, but it feels like you got punched in the stomach.
Sorry.
A smell of sulfur hits your nostrils. You notice or believe that this is, in fact, a curse. You lay the cat man down, and he continues bleeding from now all over his body. The blood is starting to rush out of his body at such a rate that he is floating about 6 inches off of the ground.
In his own blood?
Yes, his blood is actually propelling him like a rocket. Worse, because as you know, there's not that much blood in a Catman body. His blood is actually going back and forth inside of him like little needles.
I am going to try something.
All right.
What does that do?
Let's see here.
I think you'd need to remove curse. That's the only thing that's removed cursed objects before. Otherwise, he's bound. He's dead.
Yeah. You get ready to use the spell Dispel Magic. General Mishandra says, "Dar, I believe this is a curse. Can you remove a curse?"
Nah.
I don't think you've learned that yet.
Well, that's pretty much it.
It's a pretty high level spell. Unfortunately, it's all academic anyway, because he floats up another foot in the air, and that same smoking sword flies and stabs him in the chest, impaling him to the ground.
So was it the sword that cursed him, or because the sword was glowing?
The other one, who wasn't the tiefling or the dragonborn, walks up to his friend, and he gets ready to speak, but instead of words, leaves come out of his mouth. As he begins to keep speaking, more leaves come out of his mouth, and vines and other parts of plants start to come out of his pores. His friends walk up to him and I don't know. They try a huge manner of things just to get him back, but they have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
Nice
it
tip. We put
looks,
him out of his misery.
that might be a good idea, because we don't know how to treat this guy, and he's probably going to die terribly like the other guy did.
He falls to his knees. He's beginning to choke. He can't breathe.
I try to dig shit out of his
Let's
throat.
hope that's all.
Like try to take shit out of a
Why?
choking person's throat.
I'm not getting near those things.
Me neither.
First, okay, let me do this. First, can I ready a different spell, or are we stuck in this time thing?
You just leveled up, so you would have had time between then and this funeral to change your spells around if you would have so desired.
Okay. This is a ritual anyway. I'm going to ask, which is more of a pressing issue, these jerks or the food in the nunnery?
Sure. Um, so unfortunately, what raises up from there is a wheel and a woe of exactly the same size and proportion.
Okay, guys, so the gods seem to think that they're equally important, so we can make whatever decision we want. Does this guy die in the 10 minutes it's taken me to cast this spell?
He's still choking to death. I thought someone said something about putting him out of his misery.
Yes, I think that was Zunk.
All right, dude. All right. With one swoop, you bash the guy's head. He falls through the ground, and a black rose springs up from his heart.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Did he just propose?
I think a necromancer just proposed to me.
Yeah.
The Dragonborn and the oh, I'm sorry, that guy that died was a druid. I know it didn't look like it because it looked like he was carrying a sword, but that was not supposed to be a halberd. It was supposed to be a spear. That guy was a druid, and the druid of nature controls some plants. The other two instantly seeing what just happened to their friends, they both drop their weapons and they start to try to run away. However, their weapons shake, start to float in the air, and just like animated swords start to make their way towards them.
I stop one of them. Up to 500 pounds of.
Okay, so you stop the weapons. Cool. Does anybody say anything to the Dragonborn and Tiefling?
What did I miss?
The Dragonborn and you missed the one guy have a black rose grow out of his chest, and then you missed as soon as they saw that happen, the Dragonborn and the Tiefling threw their weapons away, but they tried to run, but then their weapons tried to murder them, but Zunkarat just stopped the weapons. Zunkarat, even though you can lift this much, you notice that you feel a strain on this, as if these things are probably moving with roughly 400 pounds of force. Or, beneath what you're able to do, but definitely enough to make you realize you still have to work to control these things.
This might be a good time for that to spell magic.
Well, are the weapons cursed?
You'll dispel my magic, yes. I'm buying time. That's all I.
So it'll.
Yes, Dar, when you look at it, you notice one of the runes on it. Give me a religion check.
Oh, wait, I haven't. So shit.
Alright, so you're going to try to hold them in the mud. We'll keep the first one. The levitate is more likely to keep these things held than the mud is.
No, I can do stone. Stone,
okay.
yeah. I can manipulate stone.
Okay.
Can I, encase them in rock, just like King Arthur's sword, only cursed?
Sure. And I'll say this much, on the rock itself, you can actually feel the vibration. It feels like a herd of rampaging wildebeest. Alright, I'm sorry, Dar. Did you give me a religion check? What was it?
No, it's 5. I'm not good at a lot of checks. I don't have a lot of things.
Does anybody have a religion check? Does anyone have a religion?
Yeah, I just rolled a 14.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so I will tell you this. You see an upright black hand with the thumb and fingers together.
Like a high five sort
I
of
know
thing?
this one.
Then we'll assume that because of your sorcery ways, that Zunkarat has some idea with it as well. If you have anything you want to talk to Hermegi about, you may do so. Feel free.
I don't know if Sakura would. So, oh wait.
You can tell him OOC if you want, but I'll let you know that in addition to that symbol, you also see a symbol for a clawed paw and a white human skull.
These represent groups?
These are symbols of gods.
Oh, okay. Do I know what gods they are?
What is your religion rated?
I think it's just regular with a +3, maybe. Let me try to check.
You're at a +4.
+4, yeah.
Okay, so you would know what this is. Oh, wow! I should have told you this one first. So you remember the first question you asked about
Me?
the guy with the sword, and the old man?
Yes.
Well, as you see on the hilt of both weapons, these glow as they try again to break free of a stone. 3 teardrops on a triangle. This one you do recognize. It is a symbol of Talona. She is a goddess of disease and poison, and she is an arbiter of death.
Yeah, I think that these items have been cursed by the goddess Tiona. Um, Death and disease and shit like that.
The priest and priestess that were in the church performing the funeral previously, they both come out and they confirm that there are, in fact, several symbols of evil gods, or what would be considered evil gods, on these weapons. There are even symbols that are not from, well, they say the word realm. You don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but there are even evil gods from other realms.
That have to do with these weapons?
Yeah, it's like the best way to explain it is as if there were a roulette wheel of evil gods. Luckily, Zunkarad has it trapped right now.
If well, like, do you guys intend to do anything with it? Because
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mention this, but after a minute or two, the sword that went through the Catman in the beginning has now turned to ash and faded away.
Oh, sorry, what turned to ash and faded away?
Sword that went through the Catman.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they'll all do that. They threw their weapons down.
Only if they get the kill. Can these clerics remove the curse, or is this forever going to be a monument?
Both of them say they could try to set their god against them, but the best they can come up with is that usually they would be able to remove a curse by beseeching a god that is the opposite of this god that laid down the curse. Sometimes even beseeching the god itself. The problem is with the way this roulette is working, it's as if anytime they would try to actually enact a god, they would be doing something that had no power over that particular realm or that particular plane.
Well,
but there's multiple gods per weapon.
Oh wait, you asked them where they got the weapons?
Like, no, well, you said that there were multiple runes, right? So there's multiple gods affecting this thing?
Yeah, that would be the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. For us to do anything, we would have to equip remove curse, and that would be another long rest, and by then things would probably degenerate into a worse situation.
You're probably right. So, in the meantime, what would you guys like to talk to these guys about?
Those four guys, or those? Who are we talking to? Who's?
Oh, well, 2 of them are dead.
Right. And those other 2 guys in the back. I mean, I don't know.
Just like
I've
where the hut is, I guess.
Are they still running?
Pwede makain up the boy.
No, they froze. After Ben got rid of the rocks, two of his, well, the other two Minotaurs kind of looked at them menacingly, and they assumed they had ranged weapons, so they stopped.
I just saved your life. That means I own you.
Yeah,
They
that's
look at
right.
They look at you, and then giving their weapons an extremely wide berth, and in fact, you even feel the vibrations shake even harder, enough to give you a slight headache. As a matter of fact, beating a 10, give me a Constitution check to see if you can control these weapons.
I have them under levitation, and I've been piling stone on it.
Oh, okay.
That helps.
All right. We'll make it 7 then.
That's why I said it's now forever going to be a monument.
All right, cool. So we'll make it a 7 for your
Oh
Constitution.
my god!
Wow, nice. Well,
Critical fail.
The shield help.
Luckily, crit fails only actually exist on attacks. You needed this 7. You hit a 7. I didn't realize that it was impossible for you not to do that. So you do control it, but I'm gonna have you roll me a D4. Oh, good lord! You take 4 psychic damage. I mean, how are you just gonna roll the lowest possible number to the highest number possible number? That's not even fair.
It's the barbarian.
That's just how much.
The barbarian is showing.
All right. So these guys, the weapons shake and they jump like really bleeping high. They come over and they basically hide, almost snuggling you.
Well, then, I have 2 new soldiers. Soldiers, quote unquote.
yeah, mercenaries.